Hello and welcome back to Cultist Simulator with me, Barden. Right, so we have certainly established ourselves here. We haven't established a cult yet though, so that is something we need to start working towards. I'm going to run time on. We are about to get our third reason, which is great. Or no, I think we already have our third reason. I think we are beginning to work on a fourth. You're looking for passion. We're not willing to commit to that. Doing it. That is what you're looking for, right? Yeah. Okay, got some contentment coming there, which would be good to counter you. Some days are better than others. Sometimes the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes a river runs clear. So you two sit there. We're fixing an affliction there as well. Got 3 funds there. We're straight back in. We pop you in there too. So yeah, this is pretty nice from that point of view of being able to finally really build up our funds. Yeah, so we're starting on that newer edition there. Start you off. So in that respect, it's nice. You see we are up to 14 funds over here. There's our health. We then bring you two together. I remember that I was different before. Different, but maybe not better. Okay. You're looking for acceptance, so again, that is our passion, which we're not willing to commit to that. I should have made myself a fresh cup of tea before I started, but of course I didn't. Always nice to have a cup of tea beside you when you're recording. Helps, like when you got, like at the moment I got a little bit of tickle in my throat. It means I'm probably going to cough at some point. Yeah, I can feel it coming on right now. At least have some water here though, so that should help me. Okay, but yeah, water's nice, but certainly not a great substitute for a decent cup of tea. Now, let's keep on working away. And we're going to do that until we get our fourth reason. Then we got 4s across the board. And then we're going to switch focus really, and the cult is going to take a much more central role than it has up to now. We're going to be able to go back to, let's see, yeah, you're going to get caught there, so we're going to be able to go back to giving you our lovely sermons. And hopefully attracting people. The problem is we're going to be attracting good and bad. The detective's going to turn up. We're definitely going to be generating notoriety. And then the thing then is, can we use these advantages that we have built up for ourselves to get a mechanism in place where we can negate that notoriety that's building up? And that really will come down to whether we can get someone with moth lore quickly. It's moth and heart, right? Are the two? Yeah. If we can get our moth and heart people in place quickly, then we certainly stand a chance. Let's combine you two. We put you there. Okay, we have the contentment that is hopefully going to counter you. Pop you there. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to move you, buddy. Then we go back here. Yeah, so we, as you can see, like having extra of these just gives us options. It doesn't kind of supercharge what we can do. It gives us options in terms of either exploring certain things or countering other things, and that's really what you need. When you're restricted, that's where like things can really turn nasty very quickly. When you have options available, at least there are avenues you can try. Things still can turn nasty, but you might be able to pull off a counter for it. Might, I say, not. There's no guarantees. Okay, so we need now 2 more of your ilk. Peculiar rumor. You're going to just degrade, so we're not really going to do anything with you. Oh, and we need to pop you out and get back in there again. So it took a while to kind of climb that corporate ladder. But we've done it now, and we're reaping the reward in terms of, like, look at that, we've got 20 funds. We don't really have 20 funds, but we're not far off it. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes, I'm sane. That means anything. It means something to some people, I guess. Okay, and then you can pop there as well. So if we look over here as well, we have 6 of those and 3 of those. That's really good because, again, that's just a lot of things that we can explore once that becomes available to us. So we pop you there. Then you need to combine because otherwise you'll be gone. Okay, and you are back. It's good. Okay, then we're gonna go with you. A subtle flaw. Last night I came. Hang on. It looks like it's paused. Last night I came in the wood to the high jagged rock called the Temple of the Wheel. Its flank, patched with black lichen and eye signs, opened like a mouth beneath my hands, and I walked in the whispering space within. The gods who were stone, the first of the hours, are almost all gone now, but here their voices remain. Wheel, flint, tide, the others without names. Okay, so we run things on. We get you going again. Okay. We'll just keep this cycle going with you. So the idea, I think, is to give a few sermons to attract some people, then go back to our day job, try and keep a low profile, not attract too much attention to ourselves, but quietly work away with the people that we found, and just slowly extend our reach. And in that way, build the cult up. Don't make it the focus of our life. Just kind of the odd conversation here or there. Meeting, people through others. That kind of thing. Okay, let's click that. And then one day, suddenly, oh, look at this. We actually have the tools to be able to survive against, the things that are, or those that do not want our cult to succeed. And at that time then, we start switching where suddenly the cult becomes more important to us. Work, not so much. And it kind of consumes not only our dreams, but our waking world as well. And we just feel compelled to go forward with it. And we want to spread the word more. But as I said, it's a gradual process. It's not going to be something where we're going to be jumping up and down shouting every day of the week. We're not going to make the mistakes of the past. Or we're at least going to try to avoid doing that. We're going to, as I said, keep a low profile. Make sure that the detective doesn't get more than one piece of evidence against us. Right, so there, we're okay. You can go back in. Oh, you're an erudition, so you go there. Then you go there. I'm getting very close to the point where we're going to give a new sermon. Going to be back to the pulpit. Will people want to hear what we have to say still? Can we still find the words to move them as we did in the past? We're certainly going to have to... Yeah, we're certainly going to have to put a bit of effort into it. You can't just get up there kind of slapdash and say, listen, hey, I'm here now, cult please. That is not going to fly with those people, I don't think. I walked in the wood last night and the scissors worked in the distance and the furred things crammed my mouth and swore my ears. I felt the old urge to drop to wolf fours and nose among the roots, but I remember that I walk upright by day and I know fire and steel and the words. And at last I found where the velvet had concealed a secret on tree bark beneath the moss. I read it. Then with my fingers, and I think now that I could write it in full. Okay, now, let's run it on. I want to try something here though. Start. Yeah, I'm going to dream you with a furtive truth. See what that actually does for us. I can't remember what it is that gets us to the next stage, but And I don't think it is that, but hey, there's no harm in experimenting, right? That's how, like, if anybody's looking for like tips for this game, probably I'm not the best person. Certainly, like the likes of Benjamin and stuff in the comments know a hell of a lot more than me. But yeah, I think the best tip that I got about this game is experimentation is the way to go with things. You know, just because you did something a certain way doesn't mean that's the only way you can do it, and also means that just certain things can do more than one thing as well, and that's something to keep in mind too. Don't kind of view them narrowly and think, oh, this only does this. You don't know until you've tried with other stuff. So that's what we're doing now. We're getting that experimentation done. We're seeing how things work out from that. Like, so here we've got an interesting situation. You have 113 and 7. Okay, so this is what we do. We get another erudition. Pop you there. Okay. Then once that's done, those two combine. Then the one that we get from that combines with you. Then we'll be ready. Some nice contentment for us as well. Can run things on actually. Don't need to be pausing it. Yeah, funds at 23. Or we're 24 at the moment, but it's about to be 23 once it claims another one. But yeah, that's pretty decent. It does buy some leeway. The water of the woods run cold and deep, but never clean. Rote memory alone will not take me there. I must engage my passion. Now I drift into other dreams. It's fine though, we don't mind drifting into other dreams. Down I go. Oh, but it does give us some dread, so... That is the thing though with experimentation, right? You can get good or bad results, but it's not a disaster. I say now, before that dread leads to something terrible. Oh, hang on. That didn't work. There we go. Okay, on you on. Okay, so you can pop there. Guess we go back to the regular dreaming. Grab you. Okay, now you two combine. So we're going to have this kind of situation where getting to the 3 lessons learned with the erudition is going to take a little while because we have this one that's going to degrade before we combine those two. So we need to get another erudition for it. And it's kind of like, it's going to be a case of just trying to keep pace with things. But we will get there eventually. How long do you have? You're definitely going to be found. 2 minutes left. Got you back. You two can combine there. Go for you. Another one of those. Definitely take that. Grab you. Oops. So you have you have enough time to do this, and I should have checked first, but you do too. Okay, that's good. Then we pop you there. Apply the passion and move on out. Okay. So we're closing in on what we want here. And go there, so you two can combine, possibly. What are you going to degrade to? Aspect influence. Not sure, maybe. The face kind of looks like dread, but I don't know whether that's what it is. Oh, you just left. It's fine. You got plenty of time left, so we'll definitely end up with everything, all of our ducks in a row, as it were. We're gonna go for you. Another one of those. Beautiful. Pause it. Grab that. Oh, we unpause it. And put you two combine. Okay. Ah, sugar. Okay. Well, gotta do this. In times of special crisis, I might visit a discreet pharmacist to purchase a tincture of opium. Make my drink sweet, but only in times of a special crisis. And that would count as now. Grab that. We get back to work. Like so. You go there. You will combine with them. We're going to have 3 eruditions lesson learned. You can see though, with the amount of time it's taken to do this, that it would be a real struggle to get up to 5 reason solely using the study method. We would have to have probably access to the auction house to be able to generate more. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that deep piece, but I should not do this again. Yeah, but we're okay with it for now. But yeah, the auction house would give us access to books that would generate the lesson learned one, and that could then be used to shortcut the process. We get our 3, use a book to get the 4th before things degrade again, and then we get our extra reason. Same goes for passion as well. Health, I'm not too sure about. I don't think there is a book to help you on the health front. But there are plenty of other ways to generate more vitality though. So it's not a huge concern. Right, so we got you, then these 2 combine. You go here. What are we going to dream about? We got a glimmering there, but it's not something that we're going to put into action at the moment. You go there. Pop you there. And on. Got our cash. See, now we got a nice little setup here where we're generating plenty of funds. We're getting very close to the point where we're going to start preaching again. But we're gonna have that buffer that we were talking about. that we've been planning towards. And what we've done has allowed us to do that. As you can see, only having one reason, we would not have been able to reach the position we are at work. Although now one reason is sustaining it. Still having other reasons, to cycle in and out means that we can generate funds faster from that. And then just the whole thing with the passion as well. That's always available. Health is there as kind of a backup as well. So we're certainly in a much better position than we've been before with the priest. But again, we do have to concern ourselves with the fact that we haven't yet started the cult. And that's where we had our real issues. But we had those issues in conjunction with having issues with our health, with our reason, with our passion as well. So when talking about issues with health, there's one there. But what it means is that what it means for us is that we don't have things competing against each other. Like this here could have been an absolute disaster in a previous run, because we would be thinking, hang on, how are we going to fix that? Do we need to study to get some vitality because our funds are low? If we use funds to fix that, does that put pressure on other things? If we have to pay for medicine to heal that, does that mean that we now got to take the risk and preach again with fervor in order to replace that one fund and try and build up a little bit of money for a rainy day, but then generate more notoriety, which the detective will find, which then puts more pressure on us, and it's kind of that whole cycle is what we were stuck in last time, the last two times that we did a priest run. Now, so that's what we're trying, that's what this is doing, is relieving some of that pressure. It's not going to get rid of the notoriety for us. It's just going to give us the chance to not generate notoriety as quickly as we had to before, because we had all of these competing things that we needed to take care of. We're taking those out of the equation as best we can. So whereas before this might have been a bit of a panic, this time it's going to be pop it in here when that's done, put in a fund to pay for it. We've got plenty of funds, we won't miss it. And even like by the time that we've healed it, our funds will be higher, not lower than when we started, because we'll have done this. And we'll have more money on the way as well. Right, so we grab you, we grab you. We now have 4 reason. So now study is kind of free. So because study is free, so what can we do? I'm going to study, yeah, one of these, why not? Study with one of you. That would then give us, wait, what do you need then? You need a erudition. Oh, we don't have it. Okay, so we're not gonna, we can't start combining just yet. So instead we do that. Yeah, because there's no reason, with so many of them, there's no reason not to start combining things. Then that just gives us that, you know, when we need to start stepping up in terms of the artifacts and the books that we want will have that extra level. Oh, and look at this as well. So, see, this is where things kind of start falling into your lap, I feel. That we had issues previously. Now that we have the money to pay for things, we're getting vitality to take care of the affliction that will save us the money, which is great. Entering the wood. The well in the wood is sacred to the grail, the hour that hungers, and to the velvet, the hour that guards secrets. Tonight as I approached, it heaved with the velvet's moss, struggling waves of deep and vibrant green, pulsing again and again from its throat. It surged around my calves, rose to my thighs. This morning I feel the velvet's breath, strong within me. Okay, so with that, then you go there, and this newly acquired vitality, you go there, and we sort you out, and that's great. Okay, now you're done. Right, now this is where we really start taking off here. Okay, so ability, reason. Where did my reason go? Reason, doctrine is going to be you. I really hope we do get a knock cult straight off the bat, rather than having to change it later, but we'll see what happens. I will speak again of what Matthew said about doors, but I will speak of St. Agnes too, and of what comes at night where one has shaped a key. Okay, let's do that. Now, I'm expecting this now is going to kick off a whole lot of trouble for us as well. Detective is going to turn up. But it's opening other avenues, and there are avenues that we need to explore. And talking of avenues, we should get now our... I believe we're going to get our... let's see. Oh, isn't there something we can... Hang on. No, you're not the one. No, you're not the one that we have to put something in. Let's grab you. No, we're going to get a search and a talk verb soon. Let's pop you there. So then these two can now combine. We run it on. It's not you, because you only take, right? We can't put anything else in there. You only take our temptation, which at the moment we don't have. Like that. We're about to get... Okay, so you pop up there. So we've got 2 dreads sitting there, which could be an issue. We're going to get a vitality out of this. What's it actually say? Wherever the principle of heart is implicit, I may gain vitality. Okay, and we got our lovely health fixed. So basically we spent the vitality to fix it, and we're going to get a vitality from doing so. Now we are about to get in trouble with our job. Yep, there we go. There we go. There's our search verb. Now, some of them have had the dream too. I see it in their faces. If it's this church, the doors here are not only the doors we see, even the valves of the heart are a door, when the limbs are properly aligned. I never said that in my sermon, but their hearts responded nonetheless to its truth. Okay, so we grab that. Then here, so that is, we can do put people in there, or yeah, people, I guess, is what we put in there. Right, run things on. Now, let's get back to work now. Yep, there's that vitality. You can pop there. You're going to go there for now. Okay, so this may generate notoriety. Generate mystique and funds. Okay, so that mystique should be enough to now attract him. You're probably looking for this erudition that we generated. Yes, you are. Here then, old stones. The church has another patron saint, perhaps another bishop wishes to raise what the stones had seen. But the stones remember here. Oh, but the stones remember. Here's one marked with the rayed sun. Here, beneath the font, a knot. Here in the window behind the altar, visible only at dawn, fanned like flowers, 7 keys. So we got church. Just somewhere where we can explore later. Okay, now. So we explore with health. We then go to the Mantis, our lovely passion. Okay, and then we are back here, back on track. That, which is good. I'm going to check something very quickly though. Let me see. And I'm just trying to remember how we get to talk verb. Oh, yeah, now I remember. Maybe. I think you're the key, right? Yeah. Okay, Mystique. Definitely guy's going to turn up. So very soon we are going to have the detective with some tentative evidence, because we are about to generate some notoriety, and he's about to show up on the scene as well. It'd be nice, I know it's an indie game and all, but it'd be nice if there were other detectives, if you know what I mean, that it wasn't just the one detective all the time. But I guess the thing with that is everything you do with that probably adds hugely to the complexity. In terms of what has to be coded and stuff like that, so you see why you probably wouldn't do it. And it's easy for someone like me to just talk about it. Doing it is another thing. There's always someone who doesn't understand, or who understands too well. This troublemaker may seek evidence on my activities to share with the authorities. But there's the weary detective, so now you get to sit up there. Yeah, so things really have kicked off, eh? And then here, we got a subfracture. we are going to, I think, search for explore health again. Okay, you've got just the one. And we got that one there. Yeah, we're gonna take it. Grab you. Now, I'm gonna go back there. It's not gonna be long now before we're gonna start climbing the mantis, as we have done in previous runs. Oh, that's a big one for us there. Because it makes dealing with you a lot easier. It means that, and it means, even though we're not that worried, but it means that we can potentially generate 2 content very quickly, which, if you get out of hand, is going to be very good. And also means that if for some reason we get to the point where there are 3 dread in there that we need to get rid of, we have 2 chances to get the content that we need to as a stay of execution. So that's good. Right, so let's make our first visit here. The entrance is lost beneath soft drapes of crimson, cinnabar, and incarnadine. Above the door, the club motto, Ingi rum imus noc, te et consumi mur igni. It has been rendered as into night's circle we fly, until the fires enjoys us. Okay, run on. You're about to be done. Okay, we now do that. Okay, now, here is the big one. Reason. Slot or doctrine, which is you. Then we slot you. And that will give us the talk verb. The congregation whispers as it waits, and the echoes are like wings in a high place, like tree branches in the wind. The deacon and the sacristan watch me as I take my place. There's something in their eyes didn't quite expect. Is it pride? Okay, but you are gonna, it's your lucky day as well, buddy. Because you just turned up and suddenly there's going to be some evidence right there for you. Got some erudition out of that. We got some content as well. I spent the evening swapping theories with a table full of charlatans, posers, and perhaps initiates. Some of these theories may be true. Let's collect that. Then we explore with health. Looking for either the bookstore or the auction house. Either of those would be kind of nice. Okay, then there we now have a 3rd level of that. Right. What do we do in terms of study now? I guess we get another erudition and combine another one of them to get... Yeah, why not? Okay, so that's someone that we don't really want, yeah. I found someone who I might pay to enact regrettable necessities. Well, we don't need any regrettable necessities enacted on our behalf at the moment. You are going to be taken care of with that. We did have an erudition there. We could have actually combined one of those straight away. You're now sorted out. Despair is the wolf that devours thought. Okay, and then we're going to dip in here this time. Perfect. Collect that. Then we pop back to there. There's our talk verb. We got some funds. My heart is the crossroads of my blood. My tongue is a sharpened flame. I see shapes in the stained glass that are not always there. A grey mirror, a sundered tree, a twin serpent. When I've finished, the congregation is on their feet, stamping and hooting, and their eyes, their mouths are doors. The sacristan takes my hand in his withered own. Before the whole church, there are tears in his eyes. We've waited so long, he whispers. Okay, perfect. And now, as if nothing happened, we crawl on back to work. Oh, we actually need reason. Okay. Let's do that then. Okay. I think you will give us the notoriety that we were worried about. We'll let you run on for a second. It looks like we're maybe going to get another erudition out of that. Let's grab those. You go there. Okay, now we combine 2 of these. Yeah, so it's kind of nice to see this many verbs now in play. Got our health back. We then explore with health again. And that's the thing with having more, is you don't have that weight as things come back. There is a lot more though to obviously work around. Sacristan is weeping again. We waited for you. Jayon Sonombre taught us of the nature of the keys. We've used those teachings to prepare the way. You're our light. You're our threshold. We need you. Lead us. It sounds like we actually did get a knock cult. There's Rose. Society of the Holy Wound. An occult society dedicated to the hours which open door. Hours sounds like knock to me, right? Aspect is knock. Yeah. Perfect. So, all of the good is coming out. It's excellent. Now, we should do that. Okay, you found, yeah, another person that we don't really need. Okay, that is where we're going to leave that one. We've just started up our cult, but there's plenty of work to do, and we still need to make sure that we keep out of the detective's clutches. But I'm liking how we're going so far. Rose is edge. I kind of want, again, I want that person with, I want someone with moth and someone with heart. And once we get those, I'm going to feel a little bit better about things. But until then, we're going to try and be careful. But as I said, that is the end of this one. I hope you have enjoyed. Hope you're keeping safe out there. And hope to see you next time. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button there on the right, or checking out some other videos here on the left, or perhaps you might even share with some friends.